gotta probably turn it on right too. All right, man, here we go. Shalom, Israel. It's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out at 1 West 125th Street in Harlem, New York, where we're led today by the amazing Commander General YAHANNA, who is the leader of the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, who the Lord chose. You understand what I'm saying? A man amongst the brethren, of our brethren, brother. You understand what I'm saying? The man that the Lord said, this is the man that will not compromise my people. This is the man that will uphold the laws, statutes, and commandments and the way of life and the instructions that I gave to their prophet Moses to keep, man. That is Commander Junior YAHANNA, brother. And you really have to understand rank and order, man. You understand what I'm saying? You really have to understand rank and order. So you, according to the scriptures, so when you understand rank and order, you'll understand the aspect that the Lord chooses a man, and that the nation of Israel is supposed to follow that man. You know what I'm saying? And this man that the Lord chooses, brother, has the greatest burden. You understand what I'm saying? The burden that he has, brother, is he has to live perfect. You understand what I'm saying? He can't be a hypocrite. And he has to raise up brothers. He has to keep a place, a refuge, man. He has to keep the refuge that the Lord's chosen people can come and learn the truth about the Bible and learn how to possess the Spirit of Christ, man. You understand? And in the place in the earth where the Spirit of Christ, brother, is a hard thing to obtain, because nobody gives a damn about the Lord's chosen people, man. And nobody gives a damn so much about the Lord's chosen people that the Lord's chosen people don't even give a damn about the Lord's chosen people, man. You understand what I'm saying? This is the problem that we have here in America. This is the problem that's all throughout the earth. Because no other nation of people shows us love. We don't even show love to ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? So we believe in all manner of lies. We believe in all things, brother, that keep us from serving the Most High, man. You understand what I'm saying? So what I want to do is I want to show out of a daughter of the oppressor's own mouth the spell of white supremacy, man. And I first want to give the scripture of the one thing that could fight and dispel first white supremacy, and what the Lord's chosen people, who these scriptures are written for, who the Lord chose to rule the earth. You understand what I'm saying? Because we right here, we're right in the time where we're starting to wake up and we're starting to understand that we might be in the twilight zone. You understand what I'm saying? If we just read the things that are written aforetime, that's for our learning, brother, we might see that, hey, the scriptures say that when the wicked are in rulership, the earth mourning. You understand? And isn't the earth not mourning? Isn't the air, isn't the water, isn't space not polluted? You know what I'm saying? Like the next generation of children, their lives are always in the balance, even of their own people. You understand? I mean, we were averaging a school shooting a day. Right. You understand? Like, hate is okay to hate. It's okay to hate. It's okay to contradict everything that the God of the Bible says to do. There's war everywhere and rumors of wars all the time. There's diverse weather. There's terrible weather in diverse places, brother. You understand what I'm saying? We have earthquakes in places that aren't supposed to have earthquakes. We have tornadoes in places that aren't supposed to have tornadoes. California can't stay off fire. California cannot stop burning. You understand what I'm saying? Germany has lost hundreds of thousands of people because of the typhoons and the earthquakes that are happening there, and in China. But they don't report that on ABC News. You understand what I'm saying? They don't show you the terribleness of the Most High. You understand? Because the people ruling the earth aren't supposed to be ruling the earth. So all they know to do is destroy the earth. Because the earth is rejecting their leadership. You understand? And the main thing that they use to contradict your supremacy, and the scripture, if I could, brother, get Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. You understand what I'm saying? They have to produce white supremacy, man. You understand? So we found a video, The Water the Officer One Yalla. There's a video floating on YouTube where it says, white woman tells the truth about white supremacy. You understand what I'm saying? She tells the truth about it. A daughter of our oppressor. One that has that's trying to show some type of humility. And the way a white woman shows humility in her mind is by telling the truth about the supremacy that has done nothing but rape, rob, and suppress the Lord's chosen people. You understand? But we're going to pull this scripture real quick, if I could.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
So if I may, the Lord has chosen a people to be a special people. And with those people, the Lord said that those people are supposed to rule the earth and be set above all nations. Salaki, go ahead.
To be a special people unto himself.
That sounds like supremacy, brother. That sounds like prejudice. Go ahead, sir.
Above all people that upon the face of the earth.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. And then the Lord said, when those people are in rulership, when the righteous are in rulership, the earth will rejoice, brother. The earth will not know war. You understand what I'm saying? So, as I showed this video, that we do not own the copyrights to. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes it's best for our people to see something visual. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't believe your own brother sometimes, our people don't, because, you know, this brother don't have enough gray hair on his head. He didn't live through the civil rights movement. He don't know all about, he didn't live through it, what all our people went on, dealt with. No sweat. So you might not believe me when we tell you 7 days a week, what we've been telling people since 1969, right, that our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of, and that we're the Lord's chosen people, and that all we got to do is go back to keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. And the God of the Bible will place us above all nations on the face of the earth, and we'll be able to enjoy black supremacy, brother. So without further ado,
my name's Farrell Winfrey. I live in Roane County in East Tennessee. I'm here because I recognize the white supremacy system of racism.
So she says that she recognizes the white supremacy system, and she realizes it's a system. You understand? So the men of the Lord, we've been telling you this since 1969, that there are a people that are oppressing us.
Right.
You understand? There are people that the Lord has sent against us, man. If you could get that in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, in the 68th verse, please, sir. Okay. You understand? Let me move this line so our people can get the proper vision. You understand? So, you know, this not my voice. This is not Officer Yashar Gabar's voice. You understand what I'm saying? This is not a sister in the school that even did the interview. This interview was done July of the year 2000. You understand? So we finna keep rolling with it, though.
I recognize that.
I got it.
With the acknowledgement that it is good, then there falls on me a responsibility to try to do something to stop that.
So So she believes that she can stop this white supremacy, right? And that's another lie, another deception that they put on us. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead and read that real quick, sir. The one about Fierce Nation. Is that in there? Count 'em, count. Go ahead, sir. Come on with it, sir.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever, because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and gladness of the heart, for abundance of all things.
You see what I'm saying? So the Lord sent a fierce people, brother. Is it gonna say it?
Yeah. It's going.
Okay. Go ahead, Salaki.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemy, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness.
So therefore we shall serve our who?
Serve thy enemies.
Not somebody that you can change their hearts and their minds.
Serve thy enemies.
You see what I'm saying? These are our enemies, man. These people knew what they were doing.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? If we go to Psalms, the 83rd chapter, brother, they've been planning this for thousands of years, man.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, if you could get Jeremiah 13 and 23.
You want me to read that 51st?
Go ahead, sir. Salaki.
It's too much scripture.
Come on, sir. Salaki.
All right. Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
And if I may, don't we need our oppressor for everything?
Right.
We go to his super. We have to go to his Walmarts, his one-stop shops, brother. Because why do we go to a one-stop shop? Because they have everything we goddamn need.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The scriptures, even though you might think this book is old, and you don't have to do what it says, brother, but good night. It surely is talking about a people that are in the earth today, man. You see what I'm saying? You got something?
Oh, no.
Okay, you see what I'm saying? You know, we can't change. You can't change your enemy.
Right.
They set up this system to oppress you and to keep you wanting and needing them.
Right.
Because the whole aspect of it is we're supposed to only want and need the Most High. We're only supposed to go to him in want of need of all things. But since we didn't kindly serve that because we couldn't see him,
Right.
guess what we have to serve? Come on with it, sir. You got it.
Right. Just like you're saying, because
You got your mic?
Because we chose not to obey the laws, statutes, and commandments. Now we got to serve somebody.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Since we couldn't listen to the man that the Lord rose up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A real awesome brother that all his main concern and commission by the Most High, the reason why the Lord chose him, because the Lord knew that he would always force us or make us to serve the Lord. You see what I'm saying? This is the problem. We don't want to serve the Lord. So you know what the Lord had to do? He had to punish us, man. He had to place a people over us, brother, that were like an eagle, brother, where nobody could subdue them. You see what I'm saying? We had to serve our brother, our forefather Jacob, brother Esau, who is a murderer, brother. You see what I'm saying? Keep going, sir, if I could. And bro, how can you change a profane person, brother? We're going to finish this and then get Jeremiah 13 and 23 if I could.
All right, this is Deuteronomy 28 and 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
Brother, they do not give a damn if you're young or old in this system, brother. Matter of fact, they have CPS systems where they take you from your parents, brother, put you in their system, and send you into them homes, brother, and get you molested, brother. Set you up to become a career criminal. And then once you serve your time in their prisons and be a slave in a penitentiary system, then they kick you out and say, we're reforming our prison system. Once you become 60 years old in the penitentiaries, then they kick you out. Because guess what? They tired of spending state tax dollars on making sure you have 3 hots, a cot, and medical care. So they kick you out once you start developing terminal illnesses from eating all that nasty pork in them prisons. You see what I'm saying? Then they kick you out, put you in the street when you're old, right? And that's when we don't give a damn. But come on with it, sir. I know you got something.
When you old, all your family dead, you ain't got nowhere to go.
Good night.
And the only thing you know is incarceration.
Come on now. You know what I'm saying? And you weren't able to develop a relationship with any of your damn children. So your children, you know, we hate each other so much. We don't have compassion on you, even your own family. Come on with it, sir.
And what's so crazy about that prison one was, it was a story about a brother. He had got out of jail. He did like, it was like 50 or 40 some years in prison, right?
Mm-hmm.
He got out and he didn't know how to survive in the outside world. The only thing he knew was prison.
Was prison.
So what he did was took I believe it was like a butter knife, a pocket knife.
Contraband. He took some contraband.
And went to a store.
Mm-hmm.
And was like, look, I'm robbing you, just call the police. He didn't steal nothing or anything. He just wanted to commit a crime. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Just to get the police to get there, just to take him back to prison, to basically back home.
Good night, brother.
Because once you in there so long, it becomes your home.
Right.
Because it's a whole nother world.
Real talk. It's a whole nother world, and they set that world up strictly for black and Hispanic men to live in there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To be murderers of each other in there. To hate one another in there. You know what I'm saying? How do you set up a prison system that's segregated in the prison system? And then blame it on the prison system.
Right.
Blame it on the inmates. You see what I'm saying? It's white supremacy in the penitentiaries, brother. Come on with it, sir.
That's why I said they'll take a crafty counsel.
Crafty counsel, brother.
Against the hidden ones.
You see what I'm saying? And what's so cold is they'll allow some of theirs to go in just so they can snitch on niggas and spicks.
Right.
Come on with it.
The way they do it is they divide it. They got the gangs, like the Crips and the Bloods.
Right.
Then you got the Mexican gang.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They beefing with each other, so they only come together unless it's a race ride on stuff like that. But other than that, they gang banging on each other. They divided us completely.
Right. So it's called being institutionalized.
Right.
And guess what that's from? We got the book in the back. It's called The New Jim Crow, brother.
I'm right.
Well, that's the new form of white supremacy, brother, because after the 13th Amendment was passed, where you can't just straight out, upright and outright own a nigga no more and make a nigga a slave, guess what they did, brother? You see what I'm saying? I'm finna go get that book. Good night. I gotta go get it. Because it ties in so well to what we got going on.
And that's what make our oppressors so diabolical.
That's right.
Like to hate the Lord's chosen people, the most kindest. To hate the Lord's chosen people, the most kindest people, you understand, on the face of this earth. You want to hate them, destroy them, and beat them down.
Right, and that
then,
go further on than what you reading. You understand what I'm saying? So they set up a system, brother, to where we be fully destroyed. You understand what I'm saying?
All right.
It's called legalized discrimination, brother. Right? And this is the new Jim Crow, page 238. Legalized discrimination. The most obvious parallel between Jim Crow and the mass incarceration is legalized discrimination. During Black History Month, Americans congratulate themselves for having put an end to discrimination against African Americans in unemployment, housing, public benefits, and public accommodations. School children wonder out loud how discrimination could have ever been legal in this great land of ours. Rarely are they told that it's still illegal. Many of their forms of discrimination are relegated African Americans to an inferior caste during Jim Crow continue to apply a huge segment of the black population today, provided they are first labeled felons. And they are branded felons by the time they reach the age of 21. You understand what I'm saying? That's white supremacy. You understand what I'm saying? So if you make it out the ghetto, if you live, right? Because we're not even supposed to live till we 18. That according to Menace to Society.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? We don't make it out till, if we make it till we 18, brother, you a damn OG in the streets.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You know it all
Right.
at 18, brother. You know what I'm saying? And then that sets you up to go straight to jail at 21, brother. And there you live out the rest of your days, brother, due to the new Jim Crow. What you got, brother?
And shoot, if you do get out, you can't get a job because you got a felon, which drives you back to committing crimes again.
Come on, brother. That, you know, and that's the whole deception. But this little sweet old little white lady gonna bring it out. She finna tell us about it.
Sweet Suzanne.
Yeah, Miss Polly. Keep reading. Look on and finish what you got. The yoke of iron, right? The yoke.
I finished it.
Go ahead, read it one more time. Baba Kashab.
The verse 50.
Khan, Baba Kashab.
Fish Council. All right. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
All right, this is 51. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle.
Oh, Salaki. We're the one where it talk about
The yoke of iron.
right.
48.
That's 48. Come on with it.
All right, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemy, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
So here's the thing, right? They put yokes of iron around your neck. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? And then when they emancipated us, right, we already were destroyed. Massa freed us. But then guess what he did? Jim Crow. And then once they took that yoke of iron off our goddamn neck, then they gave us the new Jim Crow. Where, hold on, I'm gonna drop down to this other part. This page 239. Well, following the collapse of Jim Crow, all of the race-neutral devices for including blacks from the electorate were eliminated through litigation, except felony disenfranchisement laws. You understand what I'm saying? So what Jim Crow was a system of they could lock you up for any damn thing. Vagrancy, for jaywalking.
Right.
Niggas had to laugh in a barrel. You have to laugh in a barrel because if you laugh too loud, that could get you killed. Due to black code laws and Jim Crow laws. But they made everything gender neutral because they had us reaching for equality, right? The fight for equality. And this sister that's doing the interview, she's destroyed. You understand what I'm saying? We suffer from the thing called Stockholm Syndrome now. And that's what made it to where we were fully destroyed without a yoke of iron. You understand what I'm saying? Because we fully love our oppressor, man. We know, we and believe we can't do anything without their white supremacy now. We finna go back to it.
Discrepancy in privilege and justice, and when it becomes your responsibility, then you have to try to do something. And I'm here to learn. I came because of the names of the people that I saw that were going to be here. And I knew I could learn from them. I'm white. Now, when I say that, my people a long time ago came up with these little check marks that we have to check.
So if this is a racial quality, right? We all equal. You understand what I'm saying? And nobody sees race now, right? I don't see color. That's what people say. Ignorantly not knowing the Lord don't give a damn about color either.
Right.
But he only give a damn about your nation, man, and who you from. Who's your damn daddy? That's who the Lord care about. You understand what I'm saying? That's what the Lord sees. Who's your father? And what crimes did your fathers commit in the earth? That's what the Lord cares about, man. So we about to bring some more out. If you could give me that Jeremiah 13 and 23. So we about to dispel another lie. You know, changing the hearts and the minds of the people. How do you really think that you can change a people who know that they're oppressing you?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Who the Most High only created to oppress you. You understand? So you could try to learn something. Go ahead with that, sir, please.
This is Jeremiah chapter 13, verse 23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin?
Okay, so at that time, the Ethiopians were oppressing us, brother. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Or the leopard his spots?
You understand? All the leopard is spots, brother. Can somebody change what they normally been doing to you? You understand what I'm saying? And here's another great question. Why is it our job as the oppressed to change the hearts and the mind of the oppressor? Let's make that make sense. Where the hell did that lie come from?
Right.
How can the people, why would the people that are prospering from our oppression got a 400-year head start where they children will be straight? Why in the hell would they want to change that? Come on with it. What you got, sir?
Cause niggas have compassion for the wrong and on the wrong people.
Right.
They have compassion for our enemies and not for each other.
Come on. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, that's due to loving white supremacy.
Right.
And making our oppressors feel good, making them think that we're out here trying to change their hearts and their minds. Like, why should we have to change your mind into making us human, treating us like goddamn human beings? You understand what I'm saying? Like, really ask yourself that question. Why would we have to change your mind for you not to rape us? For you to not lock our children up at the border of Texas and Mexico? Why would I have to change your mind into that? Not doing that. What you got, sir?
It's just really, really blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans trying to get in good with the oppressor. They're trying to fit in his society.
Right. You know,
We've always tried to fit in their society.
you see what I'm saying? And that's the problem. Why are we trying to fit in today's society when guess what? General Katham brought out an awesome lesson today in Let a Hebrew Speak, brother. He spoke about the dark ages. When guess what? When black people ruled the earth. When we influenced and controlled what was being taught. The God people could worship. The faces of the niggas of the past. You understand? The actual people who ruled everything and set up the establishments of government. Black man, you did that. Why do they not teach that in your history book? Why don't they teach that when Columbus sailed the ocean blue, brother? He rode up on a people that already had a civilization. And he just called them savage so they could feel good about killing them. He could make it okay to make them civilized. When they were already civil, they were already peaceable. He said it himself. We got the book right here. Lost Tribes of the Promised Land. It says that they were peaceable people. The so-called Taino Indians, the tribe of Ephraim. You understand? They were peaceable people. They were so peaceable, they cut themselves on Spaniard swords because they didn't know how to grab the goddamn things. You see what I'm saying? The lies of white supremacy. It's a spell, black, Hispanic, and Native American people. And we finna bring more of it out. Can you finish that, sir, if I could?
Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil.
You see what I'm saying? Can a leopard change his spot? That's a question. It's a question mark after that, right?
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? It's a question. The Lord is through Jeremiah is asking a question. Can the people that oppress you change their skin? Can the dark-skinned Ethiopians change their skin? Can a leopard change his spots? No. Because what they were created to do, they are accustomed to doing it. You can't change somebody that does evil to doing something good. But what they can do is deceive you and make you think you need to do what they do. You're going to keep going.
Which we are white. And in reality, it's white or non-white. You know,
And she just told you, in reality, you either white or you not white. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not white, you don't have right to privilege. That's what white privilege is. You understand? And she about to bring some more out too. It's pretty evident.
We break that down into a lot of different groups, but the fact that I do not know in my ancestry of any one being in my ancestry, the line, I don't know of anyone being there that was non-white.
You understand? She understands the importance of ancestry. She knows that there's nobody in her family of her people that are non-white. So she knows to check that box, brother. She's explaining to you what Captain Hines always said, that the race card is the most important card in the deck. You understand? Black, Hispanic, and Native American people, it's time for you to start using your race card wisely. You understand what I'm saying? And play that thing before the Lord, brother. So he can hear your plea. And he can deliver us out of this hell called America.
So I put that little check mark where white is. And then that makes me the problem. So I'm here to try to learn how I can try to solve that problem.
So here's the thing. So here's the question. Why, if you already know the problem, you understand? Why you sit up here, you can't act like you don't already know the solution. That's deception right there. You see what I'm saying? She say she here to talk to other niggas, to talk to niggas, and see if we can provide a solution to figure out how to stop white supremacy. The Bible know how to stop white supremacy. You understand? And that's for niggas to start serving the Lord, brother.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Give me that. What's that scripture? Heal the land.
Yo.
If let's say 2nd Chronicles chapter 7 verse 14. You see what I'm saying? Let me give you the solution to white supremacy, brother. That's to help her out and to help everybody else out that might not understand, brother. Hold hand, join hand in hand, brother. That ain't the solution. Listen to Martin Luther King's 60-year nightmare, brother. That's not the solution, brother. But little black boys hold the hands of little white girls, brother. That was his wet dream. You understand what I'm saying? Because he didn't want to have to deal with the cops to sneak around and go get some oppressor tail. You understand what I'm saying? That old orgy Mike. So because of this, right? Because we knew that our oppressor was the devil during segregation, during Jim Crow, we knew that. But because of Martin Luther King and civil rights and all that old stuff, and separate, join together and come together, brother. That's why majority why we in the hell we in. You see what I'm saying? When the Lord called us a holy people unto Himself, man. You know what I'm saying? So, we finna keep on bringing it out.
Okay. And over the last couple of days, I've had the opportunity to participate in formal group discussions with you, with other white people and other non-white people. And I must say that in my experience in dialoguing about racism with white people and non-white people, I have never experienced a person who classifies themselves as white being so honest and forthright and providing helpful insight.
Well, the sister here thinks she's being honest and forthright. When white supremacy is plain and in your damn face. You understand? How many knees, gotta go on black people's neck before you realize white supremacy is a problem? You understand? Well, how often does that have to happen? Like, we finna go on because she finna tell it.
About racism to non-white people. So I want to say we appreciate your participation, and we're just...
So this sister here is destroyed. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to know. I can just look at history. The scriptures say, you can ask the beasts of the field, brother. You can ask the fowl of the air who the devil that the Bible speaks of is. They'll tell you. The fish in the sea know who the oppressor is, brother. You understand? It's not a hard thing. So, like Jim Crow said, the new Jim Crow book, you understand what I'm saying? We know we can't be deceived. It's a delusional fact that they came up with to make things in page 238, man. You understand what I'm saying? Political disenfranchisement. Legalized discrimination. They legalized it. That's all they did. They made it okay to be hated on because you a nigga, brother. You understand what I'm saying?
Closures to us towards the objective of solving the problem, ending racism.
So that's the lie. Thinking you can end racism when your God is racist.
Right.
Black, Hispanic, and Native American people. He only wants you to be on top, man. That's a great power. Can you read that for me? This is a scripture that'll help dispel white supremacy, brother. Right. Come on with it. Second Chronicles 7 and 14, please.
Second Chronicles chapter 7 verse 14. If my people
my who?
If my people.
No, let's end racism.
If my people.
No, everybody, the whole earth.
If my people.
We need to fight for equality.
If my people. Which are called by my name.
Called by the name of the Lord. What's your name, black man? YAHANNA in the Hebrew.
Right.
Not Kuta Kente. You Israel, brother. You are princes of the power, man. and you bow down to nobody but the Most High. Go ahead, sir.
shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear heaven.
Hear from
Just
heaven.
like it hit, then will I hear from heaven
Mm-hmm.
and will forgive their sin and
Mhm.
will heal their land.
Good night, brother. You got to humble yourself, brother. You got to get your mind out of this place called America, bro. You know what I'm saying? Harriet Tubman, they asked Harriet Tubman, I know this been said on numerous occasions, but I'm going to say it again. They asked Harriet Tubman, somebody asked Harriet Tubman how many people, slaves she rescued, brother. She said, I rescued thousands, hundreds, but I would have rescued thousands if they would have just known that they were slaves. And see, this one, another fact that they don't tell you, they make you believe that on every every plantation, black folks was being whipped. They make you believe that. But that's not the case, brother. You understand? We believed in white supremacy on them plantations. All you need to get was one good token Negro. That's what your workplace is. Plantations. You understand what I'm saying? And the best Negro slaves and the best Israelite Hispanic slaves, brother, get the best positions. They become supervisors. And guess who they oversee? They own goddamn people, bro. You know what I'm saying? They slave drive you. They become your overseer. Like back in Egypt, brother. You know what I'm saying? But all you got to do is humble yourself. Come on with it, son.
See, the oppressor understands that nobody can dish out more oppression than the Israelite seeking for an oppressor's approval.
Real talk.
You see what I'm saying?
Real talk. Say that again, please.
Can't nobody dish out more oppression
Mm-hmm.
than a brother seeking the oppressor's approval.
Good night, bro. You understand what I'm saying? That one brother that's willing to fight for scraps. You understand what I'm saying? And the whole thing is all he got to do is be more subtle, because the one that's willing to fight everybody, he don't always win. But the one that's willing to be subtle, like our oppressor, brother, see what I'm saying? That's the one that becomes the supervisor. The one that truly loves massa, brother.
That's the coldest one.
That's the coldest brother. The one that makes the hardest of hard brothers be like, God, dog, bro, this nigga here cold. You know what I'm saying? That's the heartbreaker. To see a Negro willing to trade just to sell us out. Like, that makes a drug dealer even look, that make a drug dealer look crazy. Come on with it.
He make you hate. It's like you hate the oppressor.
Right, God, dog, brother.
You hate them with the same hate.
Real talk. You see what I'm saying? At least the dope dealer learn from, if they learn anything, they learn from Frank Lucas, at least to give back some turkeys or something.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Pass out some backpacks or something for back to school.
Right.
Give out some free unlawful haircuts.
Unlawful.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the brother that loves massa more than his own people.
Right.
Oh my God, brother. Just another fun fact. There were over, what they don't tell you, there were over 200 slave rebellions here in America, brother. Why don't you think they tell you that? Because they don't want you to have a spirit to fight white supremacy. They'll tell you about Nat Turner only because Nat Turner was a bad brother. You know what I'm saying? And in that movie, The Birth of a Nation, guess how Nat Turner was killed? Guess how every rebellion ended? It ended by the nigga that was on the other plantation that was being treated good by massa. They went and told him.
Betrayal.
A betrayal, brother. How was our king crucified?
Betrayal.
Wow, goddamn betrayal, brother. So guess what, black man? Guess what history tells you? If you just love your own people and stop betraying each other, we might could get the hell up out this damn hell. You understand? Like, brother, just because you eating good, we went to the Labor Day Classic, brother. That's when the Tigers of Texas Southern University played the Panthers of Prairie View A&M in a football game, and we were there. And I ran into this brother walked by me, and I said, "What's going on, brother?" He was an older brother. He had the little comb over, the nice comb, slicked down. All he threw some looked like he just threw some water in it. Just laid it down to the side. You know, the brother was walking through. He had his cup. I could tell he was a little intoxicated. You know what I'm saying? But I tried to tell the brother, I was like, "Look, you know what I'm saying? We the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, brother. You know what I'm saying? And all we do is we tell our people the truth about the Bible. And we tell them that the God of the Bible only loves black, Hispanic, and Native American people. And if we come together and start loving each other, we'll have streets made of gold." I told that brother that. You know what that brother told me? He said, "You know what we need to be worried about is money. We need to build our economical wealth and see, I got money. I got money." You know what I'm saying? So they can't bother me. They don't mess with me. I said, "Brother," I said, "during segregation, brother, did we not have Black Wall Street? Did we not have Rosewood, Florida? Did we not have our own as a people? Were we not wealthy?" So I said that to say this, brother. Money is not our problem. And then the brother go on to say, "You know what? See, y'all, the group, y'all sound like the Muslims. Y'all sound like Farrakhan. See, y'all problem is, come on with it. What you got?"
Preaching hate.
Right. Nah, he ain't say that. His brother told me, "Y'all just another movement." I said, "Nah, brother." I said, "We are a revolution, brother. And what we're going to do is we're going to change the hearts and the minds of brothers like yourself, who are the reason why we're still in this hell suffering, because of your mindset. As long as you got yours, you good. Well, I got a personal relationship with Jesus." I said, "Brother, you show me that in the Bible. Show me that in the Bible." I told him because the scripture says, I told him about Zephaniah chapter 2 and 1. His brother said, "See, now what you just did is you tried to show me in the Bible your interpretation." I said, "Brother, that is actually in the scriptures. I gave you book, chapter, and verse. Now, if I'm lying, what you need to do is you need to show me book, chapter, and verse where you can have a personal relationship with Jesus and he know your heart. Show me that." You understand what I'm saying? And the brother, you know, he tried to dab me up and move on. I said, "Brother," I said, "you're the reason why we're still in this hell suffering, because of your mindset. Because you don't love your own people more than you can love yourself." You understand? I mean, it works for every other nation of people. Hell, it even worked for our oppressor. It works for white supremacy. They can keep the lie alive.
That adage of the most I can do is believe I can live. See, that's a reality. What we have done for hundreds of years, it can never be undone with words. But words can bring an understanding, and until that understanding comes, that brings an awareness to my people of what they have and are doing.
So the awareness that she needs to understand what her people have done for thousands of years is justice, right? Karma. That's the only thing that's going to help her. So if you could, sir, please give me Revelation chapter 13. And I know I'm pulling scriptures a lot of you've heard before. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm just showing you the simplicity of the spelling white supremacy. Right? Because it's very simple. She don't understand justice. Or she might understand it, but the thing is she won't say it. Got 13 and what's that, 9? Revelation 13 and 9.
This is Revelation chapter 13. If any he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword.
That's justice, man. And that's the only thing that they'll understand. When a fierce countenance of people come after them and take their children and sell their children afar off. Now, we're not going to do no disgusting things like use them for gator bait. You know why? Because we don't hunt gators. See what I'm saying? We don't touch the unclean things, brother. Go ahead. Or just kill for sport. I mean, good night. How disgusting is that, brother? To kill just for sport and just throw away the meat? You understand? That's Esau, brother.
Right.
That's the Bible. He ain't changed.
Things are not ever going to change. The changes have to come from action.
Well, she got that right. Changes have to come from action.
All right.
And that action is going to be chains and whips, brother. Just like we pick cotton, they're going to have to pick cotton, brother. And if she's still alive to see the return of Christ, we'll see how happy she'll be. Because that'll be justice. That'll be judgment. You understand what I'm saying? That's when she can truly see how the Lord feels about what her people did to his people.
The action has to be brought about by words. So, praise God if that has happened, and if I've been able to be a part of that, then praise.
Give me Psalms 55. You got Psalm 55, brother? You know what I'm talking about, huh? Psalm 55 and 21, because since she say that it needs to be a conversation for her people to understand, right? We finna pull it out, what the Lord say, and show you how divisive even her words are. And she's supposed to be an honest one. Come on with it, sir, Baba Kashad.
1. The word.
Let's get you another mic.
What's on? Ready? This is Psalms 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
That's her. That's her right there.
Right.
See what I'm saying? They'll tell you one thing, but got a whole agenda. So, in this sister's mind that's doing her interview, she's thinking like, oh, this is a good This is a good white lady. You understand? But we finna go further on, and we gonna show you how her divisiveness truly is, and really show you the war in her heart. Go ahead, sir. You finished?
Was in her heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were their drawn swords.
You understand what I'm saying? She ready to fight. What she's doing is aiding and abetting and keeping the lie of white supremacy alive. That's what she's doing. You understand? You bring it out.
Tim Thornton, I thank you for saying that.
Yeah, it's been my experience that when people who are classified as non-white dialogue with people who classify themselves as white about racism, emotion tends to really run high. And
and that's poor understanding right there. You understand? This is a sister that went to Fisk University, a highly educated woman. So you mean to tell me you don't understand the fact of non-blacks, non-whites talking to whites about racial issues, how that raises emotions? You understand? She's still stroking this woman's spirit. She's still. Why do we have to make the conversation about what the hell they done to our people palatable for them? Come on.
This is a good example of why women need to shut up.
Come on. Get that brother a hand. You understand what I'm saying? And can you further expound on that, please?
What she's doing is she's trying to join the enemy. But then you got effeminate men that do the same thing.
You understand?
It's crazy.
So that's the problem. Can you give me 1 John chapter 3 and 18? That's the problem. Why do we have to make a conversation that for centuries gave us PTSD, has made it to where we can't even unify, we can't speak to each other? Why is that? You understand what I'm saying? If this problem that we have can only be solved through words without action, then why is there a whole supremacist system still here? You understand? Why do we, I don't understand. Why do we have to make things palatable for them? Same reason why they can't teach critical race theory in schools. You understand? Hold on, I'm finna pull that up.
This is what white people need to make them feel better about their disgusting.
Come on, keep on with it.
It's like telling a child molester, it's okay, I know you ain't mean to do it.
Right.
It's okay, you don't gotta feel bad. I forgive you.
Right.
When you really shouldn't.
Until you pay.
Right. She wants to be told that it's not her fault. I know you wasn't there.
Right.
I know you ain't want this to be done to us.
You understand? So, like I found this article. They call it CRT, critical race theory, right? It says, this is the article written by FixGov, right? And it says Fox News has mentioned critical race theory 1,300 times in less than 4 months. Why? Because critical race theory has become a new boogeyman for people unwilling to acknowledge our country's race history and how it impacts the present. Right. You understand? So they don't talk about CRT because how wicked they were in the past and how it is still affecting black people today. And why the hell you think we can't move the hell on? Why in the hell, why America can't be great? That's their question. Why can't America be great? Because all the crap y'all done, man. How disgusting you've been to our people here. And the Lord would not allow, he won't allow it just to die down so y'all can have racial equality. Y'all don't deserve kindness, man. You don't deserve peace. You don't deserve peace for identity theft. You don't deserve peace for raping grown men, sodomizing men. You don't deserve peace for taking babies out of the arms of their mothers, man. You don't deserve peace. To understand why CRT has become such a flashpoint in the culture, it is important to understand what it is or what it is not. Opponents fear that CRT admonishes all white people from being oppressors while classifying all black people as honest, as hopeless, oppressed victims. So their first thought to why they won't allow our children to learn about real American history is because they don't want white people to be admonished from being oppressors, and they for damn sure don't want black people to be able to hang that over their head. Right. They already tell us that in the street. Well, you gotta forget about slavery.
It's in the past.
That's in the past. Ain't nobody being put on auction block. Ain't nobody being bought. You weren't bought or sold. You didn't have to pick cotton, nigga. I got black friends. I got a black friend. Hell, the tires on my car are black. You understand? Why are we still holding on to this? What's the problem? You understand? We definitely can't have black people thinking that we owe them something. Right? What you got? Go and get that mic. We definitely can't have black people thinking that we owe them something for oppressing them for over 500 years to this day, to the present, like this article said in itself. You understand? There's a problem with that. Come on. You press the button? There you go.
It made me think, and sometimes I explain it to the kids, they think that a simple sorry doesn't deserve a consequence. And what I always tell the kids is, if you kill somebody and you go to court, you can say sorry all you want to, but you still have to serve the time in the judgment for doing the crime. So at the end of the day, simple sorry is not going to fix anything that's going on now or has already happened. And some type of judgment has to be given to serve the time for the crime that's been committed.
Give that sister a hand, brother. I'm going to tell you what. She understands a fundamental thing, brother, that justice has to be served. Right. That there's no statute of limitation on murder. Let's just understand that. You understand? To where a statute of limitation means is a time to kill does not run up. Your time for justice, you cannot evade justice for murder. Time won't run out for that. You still got to see somebody about it. And white supremacy is the constant reminder of that escape. Of them not having to deal with it. Banning critical race theory so they won't feel bad about it. You understand what I'm saying? They can't deal with that. Because Martin Luther King's dream of little black boys holding the hands of little white girls, that has to stay alive. The teaching of critical race theory might stop that. And they can't have that, brother. So then it says, these fears have spurred school boards and state legislators from Tennessee to Idaho to ban teachings about racism in classrooms. However, there is a fundamental problem. These narratives about CRT are gross exaggerations of the theoretical framework. A broad brush that is being applied to CTR is puzzling to academics, including some of the scholars who coined and advanced the framework. Good night, man. How disgusting is that, brother? They call your oppression here in this place and the teaching of it, they call it, I'm going to go back and read it, a gross exaggeration. Because bringing out how black people were tarred and feathered, hung on nooses, and castrated, that's an exaggeration.
Maybe cut out the stomachs.
You understand what I'm saying? Showing how Hispanic women were hung upside down, Native American women were hung upside down, pregnant women, and the stomachs cut open, and the fetuses fall out, them being stumped to death, and being sewn up with a cat inside to scratch his way out. That's a gross exaggeration. There's no way that could have happened. There's no way that Joe Biden could have been that bad. There's no way Donald Trump thought about things, or his ancestors thought about things like that. There's nothing there's no way that they could have done all those things. Right? And just then, and in the 20s and in the 30s, they used to sell candy that mocked the suffering that black people went through for using their children for gator bait. They called it Nat candy. You understand what I'm saying? They got, if you go to one of these old antique shops, this is where you find it. You go to an old antique shop that actually sold Americana stuff and advertisement things from those time, from before or during segregation or Jim Crow time. You're gonna look at those. Those are some of these most racist things. Why do you think they're fighting? Why do you think they fought to get rid of Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben? Because it reminds them of their supremacy over us, which is okay for them. But the problem is they can't have you learn about it because they know what time it is. They see us, they see black people waking up. They've been listening to Commander Junior YAHANNA, brother. And they see that the army of the Lord is getting larger, brother. They see them Hebrew Academy videos, brother.
Right.
And there's too many niggas in black form. Too many spicks in black. Stumping and marching, talking about Babylon is falling. They know what that means, man. You understand? They know. What you got, sir?
They're scared of the rebellion.
Right. You understand what I'm saying? Because they know what niggas can do with weapons. They know what we can do when we armed. Matter of fact, you asked Officer Maccabia in Minnesota, brother. The FBI approached him, and they didn't use a white FBI member. They used a black FBI member, a field agent, to ask Officer Maccabia if the I.S.U.P.K was affiliated with the Black Panther Party or any of them groups that's supposed to go and protest, do a protest or whatever, whatnot. They asked him that. You know what I'm saying? They even asked him, hey, did you enjoy your Feast of Booths? Like, okay, we know we know you watching us, man. You understand what I'm saying? We know you watching us. And it's okay. Because we ain't got nothing to hide.
Right.
The revolution that we teaching about, the revolution that Christ is going to bring in the earth. We speaking about the revolution that's going to happen, that's been prophesied thousands of years ago. We speaking about a revolution that's going to end the spell of white supremacy, brother.
I really appreciate that you believe, as we believe, as you stated, that truth is more important than comfort, because oftentimes non-white people feel embarrassed and white people feel offended when a discussion about racism occurs.
So once again, why do they feel embarrassed when racism gets talked about? Why? Why do they even get offended when black people talk about what they done to us, man? Go ahead, brother. And that's the whole thing about it. They don't want to feel shamed about it. And we can go get that in Obadiah too. But let's bring this out real quick about what 1 John chapter 3. Little children, what did it say? Verse 7.
This is 1 John chapter 3, verse 18.
Verse 7.
Verse 7, Salaki.
John chapter 3, verse 7. Salaki.
All right. Verse 7. Little children, let no man deceive you. He that doeth righteousness is righteous, even as he is righteous.
You see what I'm saying? So we can't be deceived, because if they were doing evil acts, guess what you can best believe? They're going to keep doing evil acts.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Go, yeah, you say 18, right? Go ahead. Verse 18.
Verse 18. My little children, let us not love in word.
Let us not love in word, brother. That means the conversation to end white supremacy is a lie.
All right.
There can be no conversation that can end white supremacy, bro. The Lord just showed us. White people can't just walk up to, not to the men of the Lord in the street, and just say that they sorry for what their ancestors did. That don't fly. Because you lied over 500 times to my ancestors, the Native Americans. This I know. And because we listened to your lies, you led us on a trail of tears, brother, and smashed our babies' heads amongst trees, because you are an evil bastard by leading us into Indian territory, which all of the so-called United States of America is Indian territory. See what I'm saying? So love not in word. Go ahead.
Neither in tongue, but in deed and truth.
You see what I'm saying? We can't, black people, you got to stop falling for the okie doke of words. These people cannot be your allies, like Killer Mike. Killer Mike would tell you he has an ally with the little white man that he rap with. White people can't be your ally, man, until they have to pay for what they've done, brother. You see what I'm saying? And you're saving them from the punishment that the Lord is supposed to be giving them. You're saving them from it. You're saving them from it. You see what I'm saying? You're believing their words that the Lord said are smoother than butter and war is in their heart. Softer than oil, but they got swords drawn, man. And I'm going to bring it out, brother. And this was shot in the year 2000. I'm gonna show this woman is going to show you and tell you what white women have been doing since the movie Gone Before the Wind, brother. You understand? And Scarlett O'Hara, whatever that heifer name was, brother. We're gonna keep playing this, but we're gonna fast forward to it here soon.
Forward to doing what I believe is the Creator's will, and that is for us to live in truth, not in denial and deceit.
Right, so the Lord does want us to live in truth, brother. But that comes by actions and by deeds, man.
Right.
This sister is confused, brother. Dazed and confused.
Yes. And I recognize that is necessary in order to end racism.
There's no end to racism, brother. The Lord loves racism, but he wants you to be the supreme beings in the earth.
What your talk about what it is.
I agree with the principle, the theory, the principle, that racism is prejudice plus power.
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. So when we say that black people can't be racist, you can't be racist, black man, Hispanic man. You don't own a damn thing. You understand? She about to show you why she believes what racism is. She tell you what real racism is. She about to show you.
I had a conversation yesterday with a black man and he said that he knew some of his people who were racist, and
She about to teach this dumb Negro what real racism is. She's telling you. She was having a conversation with a black man, right? And this is another trip out part. This sister here is calling herself non-white. She's not even calling herself black. But she has to call herself non-white because she's afraid of offending this white woman telling the truth. You see what I'm saying? Brother, if that's not Stockholm Syndrome, bro. But listen to what she says, black people. Listen to what she said. If you don't believe the men of the Lord, I pray you believe her from East Tennessee.
I talked with him about that, because without the power to take that prejudice and actively place it into position to cause people to do or not do, then it is simply just prejudice.
You see what I'm saying? She had to tell this Negro that no, because he trying to kiss her behind. That pretty much. The brother was trying to kiss her behind, I'm sure. Well, I got racist people, but I'm not racist. That's what you say, because you do it to us on the street all the time, brother. We see it. Y'all saying, y'all preaching hate. Y'all talk about racism. Well, we don't have the power yet. You know what I'm saying? We're just prejudiced. And show me a law in this system that says it's illegal to be prejudiced. I'm exercising my First Amendment that I have civil rights to. Right? I can say what the hell I want to say.
And I believe that, so that's the premise from which I come.
That's the premise. And that's a damn strong premise, brother. That unless you have a system to where you can exact your prejudice, you can say, well, you know what? This nigga don't need a job. This spick can't get this job. We making too much money over here. This person can't get this job. You can't get this job because when you check this little box of non-white, you can't get this job. And they discriminate. That's what the new Jim Crow said. The new Jim Crow said exactly that. That they legalize discrimination. Through what tool? White supremacy, brother. Is it. So only people with power can be racist. And guess who got the power? Our oppressor. Come on with it.
It's just like if you fire somebody like in the state of Texas, you don't have to have a reason to terminate them.
Right. It's a right for work state. Texas is. Brother, Texas is the good old boy system, brother. Right. That's how Texas operate. If you want a business, if you want to have a successful business where you can get cheap and keep cheap labor, you come down to Texas, brother. Because you can find them Issacharite brothers. You can pay them in chorizo and beer, brother. You see what I'm saying? Hey, I'm going to tell you what, that's what the Afghanis going to do. They're going to have Issachar in the back of them restaurants cooking all the falafel, brother. doing the jobs, taking your job. How about that? Believe in that rhetoric. How much of a lie is that? Come on with it.
And then calling immigration on them.
And then call immigration on them
Right at the
for nothing. If they want to mount up and they want a day off besides Sunday, right? If Issachar asks for a day off, you call immigration on them. Come on with it.
But that just brings me to my next point.
Come on with your point.
Issachar don't never ask for a day off because he can't afford it.
God damn! Give that brother a head, bro.
Can't afford it.
That's called oppression, brother.
Because him being known as an illegal immigrant in America, he already making under minimum wage with the $7.25.
Right.
So he probably making like $5 or something like that.
Right.
$4 an hour. So he can't afford. He got to work 7 days a week, down to 16-hour shifts.
Come on, bro.
All day, every day.
That's slavery. Can't see the can't see. Because it ain't costing them nothing. That's how America's built. Come on.
Somebody told me the apartments I live in, it's a lot of immigrants that live there, right?
Right.
And they getting charged double the rent to stay there.
Oh, yeah. They gonna oppress them. They Hispanic? Oh, yeah. Come on, Jose. You understand what I'm saying? Bring your family in here, Jose. The rent is normally $700, but you gonna pay $14 for these. You gonna pay $14 for these roaches. You know what I'm saying? You gonna pay $14 for these water drenched ceiling stains. You gonna pay for the mold in the air, for the slime in the ice machine. You gonna pay. You see what I'm saying? Our oppressor is the devil, bro. This is our problem. You know what I'm saying?
That racism, you have to have that power in order for there to be racism. And most white people would look at me and say, I don't have any power. But we do have power. We have power just...
So that homeless white man you see on the street corner begging you for change, right? He has power, man. That's what she's saying. Don't be deceived by them, man. You see what I'm saying? They come up to the window, knock on your window, hey, they panhandle, right? Let them know you got power, man. You got power. You got white supremacy. Da, 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 da. To the rescue.
Getting up in the morning and looking in the mirror and not having to think about race. That places us into a position to where our minds are clear and that it's a problem that we don't have to deal with.
You see what I'm saying? They don't have to deal with race. They don't have to teach their sons proper etiquette when dealing with police officers. They don't have to teach their children, they don't have to teach their sons what not to do in order not to get killed by cops. Because they can look in that mirror proudly, brother. And they can know, they can walk outside their door, brother, and not have to deal with what a nigga got to deal with. That's white supremacy, brother. To the finest.
We don't think about it because we don't have to think about it. It's not something that completely controls our lives. So there, from the very beginning, when we wake up in the morning, then we have an advantage, and that advantage comes from the color of the skin.
Good night. That's power, brother. Because of your color of your skin, you can get up 4 in the morning and rip and run through a nigga neighborhood with your dog and let your dog poop in every nigga's yard. Go to Howard University, one of the first Negro institutions, and poop on the grass. And you know, brother, that you'll be A-OK. The campus police won't even bother them. You see what I'm saying? Come on, brother. That's white supremacy, brother. And the Bible is trying to tell you, black Hispanic and Native American people, that heaven and hell are conditions. And that is a heavenly condition, brother. When you can walk outside the house, brother, and know you're going to be too hard.
When we go into a store and we're not assumed that we're going to be a shoplifter.
When you can go into a store and you can have it in your mind, know that you won't be harassed. Know that you won't be told, hurry up and buy. You see what I'm saying? That's heaven. Cut it. With that, this is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Start at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, where we're under the command of the commanding General YAHANNA. This has been the Monday night scripture breakdown class on how to end the lie of white supremacy. And with that, shalom.